welcome. It's good to have you join us on NTA for Nationwide. We thank you for joining us. I am Lydia Odije Ochi. Senate commends President Muhammadu Buhari for declaring June 12 Democracy Day, contributing to the motion by Senator Olanrewaju Tejuosho from Ogun State. The senators described the president's decision as a process of national reconciliation. Meanwhile, the Senate has reversed its decision of confirming Monday Udo Tom as INEC resident electoral commissioner for Akwa Ibom State. The Senate stepped down its earlier confirmation and referred it back to the Committee on INEC for further legislative input. Meanwhile, the House of Representatives has passed at second reading a bill for an act to establish the National Small-Scale Business Development Loan Scheme, which will be saddled with designing and implementing a loan scheme for small-scale enterprises. It seeks to ensure that business owners access credit facilities to grow the economy. Also, at Thursday's plenary, the House referred to the Committee on Rules and Business, a motion raised by Representative Olawole Raji commended President Muhammadu Buhari for declaring June 12 as Democracy Day on the grounds that May 29 has to be amended. Details in subsequent bulletin. President Muhammadu Buhari has come forward for commendation over his declaration of June 12 every year as new National Democracy Day. Discussants on NTA's flagship program, Good Morning Nigeria, commended the president for the decision, even as they do so too for the conferment of highest national honor of the Grand Commander of the Federal Republic on the presumed winner of the June 12, 1993 presidential election, Chief Moshood Abiola. The president also conferred on Abiola's running mate, Abba Gana Kingibe, the second highest national honor, Grand Commander of the Niger. Late human rights lawyer Gani Fayomi is similarly so honored. They described the action as a restoration of the dignity of the country's democracy.
Current populations and younger generations to come. I think our government, with the years of democratic governance that we've had, should begin to consider the possibility of declassification of otherwise confidential papers. So Nigeria should imbibe this culture and lay to rest the ghost of June 12.
I strongly want to believe that this singular issue Mr. President has done, it is in conformity with the yearnings and aspirations of Nigerians.
The action of the president, they argue, is a response to years of calls by broad sections of Nigeria's populace for such to happen. Still on June 12, the Ogun State government has expressed gratitude to President Muhammadu Buhari for honoring their illustrious son, late MKO Abiola, with the posthumous award of Grand Commander of the Order of the Federal Republic, GCFR. A statement by the Secretary to the Ogun State government, Taiwo Adeoluwa, described President Buhari as a worthy and selfless leader whose love for justice and the people will stand the test of time. Lauding President Muhammadu Buhari for the recognition, the SSG stressed the need to support the ideals which Chief MKO Abiola stood for and prayed for the continuous upliftment of democracy in Nigeria. And now to other matters. Principal actors, including the traditional institutions, civil society, and security agencies, are calling for the message of a violence-free election to be taken down to the grassroots ahead of the 2019 general elections. This is part of the fallout from a sensitization workshop organized by the new Partnership for Africa's Development, NEPAD. Victor Azu was there.
This convergence is made up of principal actors in Nigeria's electoral process. Participants at the three-day workshop, which aims at preventing electoral violence in Nigeria, are of the view that exhausting alternative dispute resolution mechanisms before litigation and specialized training of the media are some of the ways to eliminate electoral violence in the country. National Coordinator and Chief Executive Officer NEPAD Nigeria, Gloria Akobondo, explains some lessons from the workshop.
The media, the NGOs, the traditional rulers, community heads, and the churches, we have to all work together to make sure that there is no violence during and after our elections.
We put our soul, our body in the implementation of what have been recommended. It will go a long way in strengthening our democratic process, particularly the electioneering processes.
Some of the critical stakeholders, including the police, assure participants of their preparedness for the forthcoming elections.
Manpower will be adequately deployed to protect both the electoral officials, the materials, and the voters.
Commitment to post-election conflict management mechanisms could, in long time, minimize violence and ensure smooth election in Nigeria.
Organizers say the workshop is in compliance with African Union Agenda 2020 on silencing the guns in Africa. In Abuja, Victor Azu, NTA News.
And now to matters concerning national unity. Traditional institutions' role in maintaining security, development, and making greater impact in governance were issues that dominated discussions at the National Council of Traditional Rulers of Nigeria, South-South and Southeast Chapter Consultative Meeting held in Abuja. Chimdema Ndubisi now reports.
One after the other, the traditional leaders from South, South and Southeast took their seats to deliberate on matters of national interest. Top on the agenda is peace and security of the nation, but the custodians of the traditional norms and values discussed behind closed doors. 3 hours later, the doors were opened and the monarchs, in their wisdom, resolved to work more as dependable allies in the promotion of peaceful coexistence.
We looked also at the scope of further expanding this common cause to other neighboring zones, for instance, Southwest. And then, of course, the 3 northern zones. Because security is everybody's concern, or should be everybody's concern. Development should be everybody's concern. How to eradicate grinding poverty, disease. These are things that normally vex the minds of traditional fathers.
We have straightened our house. Any moment from now, there will be a large meeting of South-South-Southeast.
Convener of the conference, pro-national integration, the king of Okorieleme community in Rivers State, says that working among traditional rulers is key to peaceful and harmonious nation.
The traditional rulers are the ones holding ground. Every crime is happening in communities, and communities is headed by traditional rulers. So if we don't come together and try to look at how we can be of a help to government, we will continue to be having situations, things will go out of control. When we try to look at how we can have a training and instead organize seminar, we need to update ourselves.
The meeting has rekindled the traditional institutions' hope of building bridges to link every part of the country and promote national cohesion. In Abuja, Chimdema Ndubisi, NTA News.
In the same vein, the All Progressives Grand Alliance, APGA, says it will continue to work towards achieving national unity and cohesion. National chairman of the party, Victor Oye, said this at a media briefing in Abuja to mark the 3rd anniversary of the party's National Working Committee, NWC. Chukunoso Nwabweze now reports.
Acknowledging President Muhammadu Buhari's stance on the conduct of free, fair and credible elections, of which the All Progressives Grand Alliance, APGA, is a big beneficiary, National Chairman of the party, Victor Oye, says the National Working Committee has taken APGA to an enviable height. The party has recorded successes in elections in the last 3 years.
The greatest achievement we've succeeded in doing is entrenching the party in the hearts and minds of Nigerians. They know that APGA exists, and that's why we're winning elections all over the country.
As the 2019 general elections draw closer, APGA stalwarts are confident of a better outing.
From what I've seen in recent months, most people who are relocating for space in the Nigerian polity are coming to APGA. Yes. And this is how we should be.
The only way we can be satisfied and happy will be when we have more governors, more senators, more House of Rep members, more House of Assembly members, more local government chairmen, more councillors. And it is by all of us working that we will achieve this.
The All Progressives Grand Alliance also reaffirmed its commitment to joining hands with the Buhari administration in making Nigeria better. Chukunonsonwa Boeze, NTN News.
Away from our shores, President of the Nigeria Labour Congress, Ayuba Waba, elected as the Vice President of the 107th session of the ongoing International Labour Conference in Geneva, Switzerland, is soliciting the Parliament's support to Nigeria's fight against corruption and insurgency. Emmanuel Ayimiro reports.
Another privilege came the way of Nigeria. Comrade Ayuba Waba, being a member of the ILO Governing Board and a Vice President of the ongoing conference, solicits ILO's flagship programs for Nigeria's development.
We will continue to partner with our government at all levels to ensure the security and territorial integrity of our people and communities. It is on this account that we call on ILO to urgently consider Nigeria to benefit from her security and resilience program.
The program brings freedom, security, and provides a stake in the reconciliation, restoration, and rebuilding of communities.
Meanwhile, this time last year, Nigerian government workers and employers representatives secured one slot each on the governing board of the International Labour Organization for a period of 3 years, with ILO having over 50 years experience on development cooperation on all continents with over 700 active programs. What can Nigeria benefit occupying 3 slots on the governing body of the ILO?
We have people on the board of the Labour Institute in Turin. That is ILO Labour Institute. It's one of the gains. Nigeria was nominated to be on that board.
It's left for us to take home most of the conclusions in the House here to improve our governance system.
Hearing the voice of Nigeria, the tripartite voice, is something that will also add tremendous value in terms of trade, in terms of investment, in terms of gender issues, in terms of working condition. Those are areas that I think Nigeria will benefit.
It is rare for a country to occupy 3 slots on the ILO governing board. Therefore, Nigerians want.
Lagos is our first port of call, and Michael will be our guide. Good to see you, Michael. Over to you.
Good to see you too, Lydia, and welcome to Lagos. Marine and environmental experts have identified the attitude of individuals towards waste disposal as one of the major causes of environmental degradation, especially on marine life. This was when Nigerian Institute of Oceanography and Fisheries inspected some coastal communities within Lagos as part of activities to mark the 2018 World Ocean Day. Ume Udori compiled the reports.
Maintaining clean oceans is a challenge due to poor waste management. This spurred the international community to begin a global campaign against indiscriminate dumping of refuse and other activities that could negatively affect the oceans. This is why the World Oceans Day for 2018 focuses on cleaning the ocean, preventing plastic pollution, and providing solutions for a healthy ocean. Marine experts from the Nigerian Institute for Oceanography and Marine Research and their counterparts from the Federal Department of Fisheries in Lagos embark on a survey of coastline communities in Lekki, Apapa, Victoria Island, and Ebute Metta areas to assess the state of the oceans and the impact of activities of residents on marine life.
The impact is that we who are consuming them, we're going to harvest this fish, and we're indirectly ingesting these microplastics in our system. And research has shown that these microplastics are not good for human consumption because they can cause cancer.
Outcome from the survey indicates that plastic waste takes an average of 500 years to degrade, and this is a major threat to oceans.
Our one is to enlighten the public, including our political leaders. They should please provide dustbin so that they can be throw these plastic containers into the dustbin.
The war against plastic needs to be, it's a global one, but needs to be localized in Nigeria.
Experts also suggested recycling of waste, regular ocean cleanup, and advocacy as part of the solutions to ocean pollution.
Students, parents, teachers, and alumnus of the Christian Missionary School, CMS Grammar School, Bariga, Lagos, have rolled out the drums to celebrate a great feat as the school clocks 159. Elizabeth Omori reports that the event provided an opportunity for the Old Boys Association of the school to inaugurate some projects. The Chairman Board of Directors, NTA, Chief Duro Nobule, is an old boy of CMS Lagos.
That line from the hymn signifies the values on which CMS School was built 159 years ago. The CMS Grammar School, Bariga, was the main source of recruiting African clergymen and administrators in the then Lagos colony. This is the oldest secondary school in Nigeria. It was founded by late Thomas Babington Macaulay in 1859. This institution has produced great men who have served Nigeria and the world in different capacities. The event provided an opportunity for uniting once again, especially for some old students who had not seen each other for years. Right Reverend James Odedeji, while speaking on the theme of the celebration, reinforcing the heritage of excellence, called on government to invest in the education sector.
I want to challenge us that what efforts are you all making to either subsidize or provide scholarship for indigent students in our society?
If we will give back, let the society, let the government play premium on education.
Some of the students and old boys of the school lauded the efforts of the management of the school.
CMS Grammar School leads. Others follow. Yes, we are instilling all these Christian values, discipline, morality in our students.
I feel highly elated by being part and parcel of CMS Grammar School. It has been an heritage.
The newly renovated school hall, water treatment plant, and the power generating set were inaugurated as some of the projects executed by the old boys. In Lagos, Elizabeth Omori, NTA News.
Government empowers 2,000 women and youth in Enugu State. Details of these and more with Comfort in our Enugu studio.
Thank you, Michael, and welcome to Enugu. Over 2,000 women and youth have benefited from an empowerment program to assist the people of Enugu North and South Federal Constituency establish small and medium-scale businesses to improve their lives and boost the economy of the state. Ijoma Ugweke reports.
Enugu State Governor Isa Mugwani, while flagging up the empowerment program at Enugu North Council headquarters, appreciated the member representing the constituency for giving back to the society. Such gestures, he said, will spur other political office holders in their various constituencies. The gesture, Chile Oji said, is to consolidate on the gains of dividends of democracy and provide opportunity for inclusive economic participation. Women and youths were trained in different skills including root and crop improvement, mechanical engineering, electrical wiring and production of household items such as soaps, cream and detergents.
The list of the achievements of Enugu State from where we are copying is endless. Mention, however, should be made about the building of firefighting stations in each of the central zones, employment of teachers, enabling environment for cooperative society funding, recognition of small and medium enterprises.
Items distributed at the employment scheme include sewing machines, grinding machines, gas cookers, generating sets, and other household items. Chile program also has other packages including donation of instructional materials to schools, relief materials to displaced persons, and sponsorship of students for JAMB registration. In Enugu, Ijomu Beke, NTA News.
The Deputy Senate President, Ike Kweremadu, has advised the rural populace to cultivate the habit of maintenance culture towards community projects. He gave the advice at the inauguration of a borehole drilling machine donated by him. Kelechi Ochaha reports.
The jubilation was the mood of Iwolom as a kingdom on the arrival of the Deputy Senate President and his entourage in the locality. The parish house at Sacred Heart Catholic Church, Irolo, hosted the event which was attended by notable sons and daughters of the land. The parish priest, Reverend Father John Uke, highlighted that a good shepherd protects his flock adequately and qualities of Deputy Senate President Ike Koromado. Senator Koromado said his inspiration towards rural development is to alleviate the suffering of the masses in Enugu West.
I discovered I would have so much challenges of roads, challenges of water, challenges of electricity. Our people were left behind in the political equation where the federal, the state and the local governments. We decided to change all that.
Other dignitaries and indigents of Irolo who spoke at the event described the senator as an achiever and pathfinder in the area of human empowerment. The water borehole is expected to be completed within 60 days and will benefit some communities in Ezago, Udi, and Ojova in Enugu. Kelechi Ochiara, NTA News.
Anambra State Government collaborate with the federal government to reactivate abandoned irrigation facility at Ifito-Gwari, Ayamelum local government area of the state. Governor Willie Obiano announced this when he paid a walking visit to the facility. Ndem Carlo has details.
The facility, which was to provide irrigation services to the lower Anambra irrigation rice fields at Omo from a nearby river, is said to have been completed in 1987 by the then General Ibrahim Babangida regime that was abandoned for over 17 years. Governor Obiano indicated that his administration is determined in getting the facility running. Said the state will meet with the federal government and other level stakeholders in reactivating the facility. He noted that when operational, rice cultivation will be all year round in the area to boost rice production in the state. The project manager of the Lower Anambra Irrigation Project, Eric Ijabucha, and the program coordinator, Agricultural Transformation Agenda Support Program Phase 1, and the Omo Implementation Unit, Romanus Oba, said the project has the capacity to pump water through a distance of 16 kilometers of canal to serve 3,850 hectares of land. Meanwhile, people of the area say the facility was abandoned as a result of mismanagement and corruption. From Ifito-Gwari in Ayamelum local government area, Ndem Carlo, NTA News.
That's it from this end. It's back to Lydia in Abuja for more on Nationwide.
Many thanks, Comfort. You are watching NTA Nationwide. We pause for some messages now. The news continues after this timeout. Stay with the NTA.
Hate speech is not a joke. It incites genocide and crimes against humanity. Most of Africa's civil wars are caused by hate speech from one tribe against another. We don't want it here. The Nigerian government stands firm against hate speech.
Under no conditions whatsoever should we tolerate or excuse or justify hate speech or hateful conduct of any kind, especially where such is illegal.
There's no doubt that the resurgent push for separatism, as well as the rising cases of ethnic and religious disharmony, are all traceable to the growing phenomenon of hate speech.
One nation bound in freedom, peace and unity.
Nigeria, one nation, one people.
This is a public service announcement brought to you by NTA.
From the 21st to the 23rd of June 2018, more than 300 of the world's influential media professionals, including editors, senior media executives, leading journalists, academics, and social commentators, will converge on Abuja, Nigeria, as the International Press Institute holds its World Congress in Nigeria for the very first time. Expected dignitaries include 4 African presidents and participants from 150 nations to deliberate on the theme,
Why Good Journalism Matters, Quality Media for Strong Societies.
President Muhammadu Buhari will deliver the opening address at the Transcorp Hilton Hotel, Abuja. The Honorable Minister of Information and Culture, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, and IPI World Congress Organizing Committee Chairman, Nduka Obaigbena, welcome IPI Executive Board Chairman, John Yearwood, Executive Director, Barbara Triumfi, and all delegates to the IPI World Congress 2018. Tony O. Iradia, Chairman, Media and Publicity Committee, Announcer.
Iconic Nigeria, in partnership with the Nigerian Television Authority NTA and Push CV, invites you to this year's world-class mentoring session for unemployed and underemployed graduates, a program called The Graduate. Date 20th June 2018. Time 8 a.m. Venue The Avenue Suites, Victoria Island, Lagos. The workshop, which comes with a theme, a dialogue on economic diversification and entrepreneurship to transform Nigeria's economy, will feature Dr. Andrew S. Nevin, global leader, Project Blue, and Olesheun Onigbinde, co-founder and lead partner, Budget, as well as Steen Hatzberg and Victor Banjo as existing keynote speakers, amongst others. Register now at iconicnigeria.com before 11th June 2018.
The choice of who you marry in life must come from your friends.
You don't reach time where we suppose arrange wife give birth.
No, it must come from your mother.
She's your wife.
Can that thing called love blossom from an arrangement?
It's a different ballgame from a partnership in a conjugal relationship.
Can brides and grooms be truly happy with a stranger forced on them by parents or relatives?
I don't even know him. How can I marry him?
I paid your bride price, and your father collected a piece of land from me.
Your rib-cracking comedy tries to answer these questions and serve them with a lot of rib-cracking comedy to you.
Is marriage by force?
Join us this week on Professor John Bull in the episode titled Arranged Marriages.
Thanks for the gift you bought me.
I should be the one thanking you for sending me a gift.
But I never sent you a gift.
I want a piece.
Oh no.
Yes. They were holding peace.
Over and
Brought to you by Glow.
The largest data network, Glow Unlimited.
Thanks for being there. You're still on to Nationwide on the network service of the NTA. Delegates to the just concluded 61st UNWTO CAP meeting were guests to the people and government of Lagos State, where Africa's city of the century is under construction. Anthony Forson has that.
The delegates who have just concluded their meeting in Abuja arrived in Lagos as part of the technical component of the meeting. They were received at the Lagos State Government House in Alausa by the Governor, Akiwumi Ambodi, who narrated the tourism potentials of Lagos State.
With the kind of population of the market that Lagos has, you must start to create tourism infrastructure to be able to grow your economy. That's why as you move across Lagos, you'll be able to observe that it's technically a construction site. The ultimate goal is that those infrastructure will not drive people to come and spend their little weekend, just the same way you have decided to spend your Wednesday in Lagos.
The host minister, Lai Mohammed, and the UNWTO Secretary General, Zurab Polulishkavili, expressed gratitude to the governor for his support in the successful hosting of the meeting.
Without the generous support and cooperation of Lagos State, we would not have been able to host this meeting. Let me therefore most sincerely thank His Excellency, Governor Akiwumi Ambodi of Lagos State, for his strong support.
We are here to promote a new touristic destination. Be sure that the cow commerce always will be next to you to promote this fantastic place.
Eco Atlantic City, the 21st century city designed and built on a reclaimed part of the Atlantic Ocean to the highest standard and quality was the delegates' next port of call. The project manager, who took the delegates on a journey of the project so far, said the city is a 10,000 square meters of prime real estate that will provide essential space for residents and business alike for people to live, work and invest. The city has been designed to accommodate approximately 300,000 residents and 150,000 daily commuters. Eco Atlantic City is poised to be the new financial capital of Africa and is set to change the shape of Lagos, Nigeria, and the continent.
This is one of the biggest projects in the world, which is not a dream. Maybe it was 10 years ago a dream, but it's reality, and this will be a new top touristic destination. I'm sure when it will be finished in maybe in 10, 15 years. It's amazing, it's unbelievable, and everybody has to come and to see what we've done here, and I want to congratulate the owners and the founders. And
it's very, very impressive. It's thinking big, with a solid plan, but thinking beyond sort of the boundaries of normal thinking. And that's what really impresses us. The interesting thing is when you have a development where people put in money, private investors, when they take the risk, your chances of failure are much lower because nobody's going to put money into something that is destined to fail.
Strategically located on a land that affords easy access to various parts of the city, will have shopping malls, international schools, central business districts, a world-class hospital, among others. From Lagos, Anthony Forson, NTA News.
The Senate Committee on Judiciary has cleared Justice Adamu Abdul Kafarati for appointment as Chief Judge of the Federal High Court, Abuja. His clearance by the committee follows his nomination by the Federal Judicial Service Commission. John Yaku has details.
The retirement of the former Chief Judge of the Federal High Court, Justice Ibrahim Auta, in September last year, necessitated the nomination of Justice Adamu Kafarati as the next Chief Judge. During the screening exercise, members of the Senate Committee on Judiciary were in agreement with his nomination, given his track records.
You have traversed every part of this country and you know the challenges that are facing the High Court.
Really, we've not had any petition against your nomination.
And I believe members of this committee will be proud of him if you confirm him.
The nominee made propositions for reforms in the judiciary, which the members accepted.
Maybe in due course we will have to come back again for constitutional amendment to lift the number of the judges from 100 to a certain number.
I think it's one of those things that you need to do as soon as you resume office.
Senior Special Assistant to the President on Legislative Matters, Senator Eta Enang, thanked the Senate Committee for the speedy consideration of the screening.
The President was very concerned about it and requested that there should be an expeditious consideration of this. And the Senate, in its magnanimity, has graciously considered it very, very expeditiously.
The nominee, Justice Adamu Kafarati, who was born on the 25th July 1954, is a 1978 law graduate of Ahmadu Bello University Zaria. From the National Assembly, John Yaku, NTA News.
And now to matters concerning security. 2 additional suspects have been arrested in Ilorin, the Kwara State capital, in connection with the April 5th robbery and gruesome killings. Force Public Relations Officer, Assistant Commissioner of Police Jimoh Moshood, told newsmen that the arrests were made following confessions from the suspects who indicted the Senate President Bukola Saraki. On the issue of the Nigeria Police Force withdrawing the invitation of the Senate President, the Force Public Relations Officer clears the air.
The invitation was never withdrawn. I read it to you that the Senate President was being invited to come and answer to all the allegations leveled against him from the convention of the 5 the gang leaders here. And as we speak, it is not until when you take somebody into custody before you investigate the person. In fact, investigation is carried out even before somebody is taken into custody. And like I said earlier on, the Senate President, Senator Bukola Saraki, has a case to answer, and the police are proceeding with the investigation.
The Nigeria Police Force says it will do everything possible within the ambit of the law to ensure that justice is done to the case. Meanwhile, the people of Ofa town in Kwara State have lauded the Inspector General of Police for arresting and parading suspects in connection with the robbery that claimed many lives in the town. This was at a peaceful rally where they passed a vote of confidence in the Nigerian police. Deborah Agbola completes the story.
The people of Ofa gathered and marched through the major streets of the town before terminating the procession at the Olofa's palace. Speakers at the rally commended the federal government, particularly the Inspector General of Police, Idris Ibrahim Potom, for the timely proactive steps taken to arrest the culprits and to call for quick dispensation of justice for the sake of the innocent souls lost in the attack.
We want to reassure the Nigerian police that all meaningful sons and daughters of Ofa are solidly behind the steps being taken by the federal government and the Nigerian police.
We are people devoid of political coloration.
The representative of the Olofa of Ofa, Chief Akinola Ojomo, commended the Ofa people for their prayers and support for the throne and their maturity at putting up the peaceful rally.
I assure you, necessary steps will be taken to assuage the grievances that you have committed.
They, however, lamented the loss of lives and property lost during the robbery attack and its negative impact on the economic activities of our community, as most banks in Ofa are still closed. Deborah Agbola, NTA News.
And in Abuja, premises of the Revenue Mobilization Allocation and Fiscal Commission remain closed for second day running, following peaceful protests embarked upon by the staff. Ahmed Ondas Ahmed monitored the protest and now reports.
The staff of the commission cancelled despite the earlier submission of their letter of complaints to the office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation by their leaders demanding for new board, better funding and the appointment of substantive chairman and secretary for the commission. The leader of the union in the commission, Josiah Amanabo, says the staff, while awaiting response from the federal government on their demands, are ready to dialogue in order to end the strike and reposition the commission for better performance.
We are not fighting anybody. It is an appeal. We are trying to salvage this commission. You can see how dilapidated the building is. No fund is coming here. We are being starved of fund. We are also begging the Minister for Finance to assist us in funding this place.
Two-day-old protest has paralyzed official activities at the commission as staff were denied access to the building. Ahmed Ondas Ahmed, NTA News.
It's over 70 years since women in Nigeria became active in the mining industry. However, there are gaps that many believe should be closed. Mia Ogidi reports.
They take care of the home, then proceed to the mining field, sometimes under extreme weather conditions, to make ends meet. That is the general opinion, but beyond that lies the untold story.
If you look at what happens in artisanal mining, most of us who are exploited, either by physical level or even sexually, are mostly women. And that is why they are becoming the entertaining tools of the artisanal mining sites. Children are denied school, particularly young girls. Children are forced into sexual and labor slavery at the mining sites.
Saddened by these revelations, the federal government is rising up to the occasion by ensuring that women in the industry gain some level of financial independence and escape from the shackles of this bondage from their predators.
Made money available in the bank of industry, where women that are involved in artisanal and small-scale mining can access. And in the main diver, the World Bank project, there's an area that has to do with gender, and women too will be taken care of there.
The doors are gradually opening.
Preparatory to this freedom, as it were, the Ministry of Mines and Steel Development is training these women in mining on the best practices and financial prudence. Mia Ogidi, NTA News.
Ministers of Transportation and Niger Delta arrived Benin ahead of inspection of roads in Niger Delta. Details of this and other reports as we link up with our Benin Network Center, where Agatha is standing by. Good to see you, Agatha.
Good to see you too, Lydia. Good evening and a warm welcome to Benin. Ministers of Niger Delta Affairs, Usani Uguru, and Transportation, Rotimi Amechi, arrived in Benin Airport this morning to begin a 3-day inspection of the East-West Road connecting states in the Niger Delta region. Ifeoma Okafor captured the arrival of the ministers at the airport.
The Niger Delta Affairs Minister Usani Uguru says the inspection tour is also to check the quality of job delivered and ensure that contractors keep to the terms of their contracts.
Some time ago, an interministerial committee was set up to give on-the-spot assessment of the project as a basis for assessing or for determining the actual cost for its completion. And so we are here to begin the tour from the beginning of the road to where it terminates, and then we will be able to report back.
The ministers have since left for the 3-day tour that will take them to Warri in Delta States as well as Rivers, Akwa Ibom and Cross River States, where they will also inspect some other federal roads. In Benin, Ifeoma Okafor, NTA News.
Now, according to reports from the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC in Benin, about 8 million permanent voters' cards from 2015 registration exercise are unclaimed. In May this year, the body announced commencement of collection of cards for those who also registered in 2017. Ivio Morui, who visited registration centers in Benin, reports the response of registered voters is low and people are only coming out to get registered.
In 2016, the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) revealed that Edo State is one of the states with a very high number of acclaimed permanent voters' card, with a total number of 1,779,738 registrants. About 450,000 PVCs are yet to be collected. A visit to some INEC centers in Benin City revealed that the situation has not improved, as thousands of PVCs were still lying uncollected.
We are seeing more people coming to register than to come pick their PVCs.
We can't keep their cards. It's meant for them. They should come out and collect it.
I don't want the voter to kind of elude me, so that's why I came to collect it now, as a way of getting myself prepared for the upcoming election.
Without this voters card, you are not compliant.
Meanwhile, the continuous voters exercise is still ongoing with the issuance of temporary cards. Before 2019, the permanent cards will be available. In Benin, Ivie Omoyi, NTA News.
Away from INEC, residents of Ilushi community in Edo State want urgent government attention in arresting the ravaging ecological encroachment in the community. Kelvin Ewunoaye reports that the large portion of the community is at risk of being swept away by the River Niger.
Ilushi community in Eastern Southeast local government area of Edo State lies on the bank of River Niger. Over the years, the once bubbling town has lost over 100 meters of its land to the river, with houses and the community market lost in the process.
And as it is now, over 500 houses has been taken away by this ecological issue. So we have been appealing to federal government, to state government to come to our aid, that in no distant time the entire community will be inside the river.
It needs proper reclamation through dredging and with a shoreline with reefs in order to forestall future occurrence.
A federal lawmaker, Segios Ogun, who is worried by the level of encroachment, said the National Ecological Fund Office is in the process of awarding the project to reclaim the lost land area and protect the people.
I also want to appreciate this government. We wrote in the shortest possible time, we got a response from the Ecological Fund Office saying that we should bring pictures and estimates for the reclamation. So that's why we are here with the quantity surveyor, architect and all to look at it.
The inhabitants are hopeful that help will come soon as the approaching period of heavy rains may worsen their situation. In Ilushi, Kelvin Ewunoaye, NTA News.
And that ends our package. Lydia has the rest of Nationwide in Abuja.
Many thanks, Agatha. We take another break. Do stay with us.
Displaced International, in collaboration with Obafemi Awolowo University International School and the African Center of Excellence in Software Engineering, present to you Digitest, an annual ICT-based creative camp and competition with a focus on digital marketing, renewable energy, sport, tourism, and entertainment for young techies ages 8 to 18. Digitest 2018 theme: Selling Without Borders. Date: August 5th to 17th, 2018, at Obafemi Awolowo University International School. Proudly supported by Obafemi Awolowo University, Bode Akindele Youth Initiative, Nigeria Computer Society, the Ooni of Ife, His Imperial Majesty Oba Adeyeye Enitan Ogunwusi. Media partners, traditional partners can register now at www.digitalpress.org. Visit our social media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. Call now on 080-7782-3308. This is a lifetime opportunity. Don't miss it.
NTA Television College Jos admission forms for diploma program in film and television production, television engineering technology, broadcast journalism, and degree programs in mass communication, television journalism, and mass communication television production is now on sale. The sale of forms will commence 14th May and run to 13th August 2018 at the cost of 7,500 Naira only per form, payable through the remitter platform in favor of NTA Television College Jos. Forms can be obtained from all marketing offices in NTA State Capital Stations, zonal centers, Training Directorate of the NTA Headquarters Abuja, and the Office of the Academic Secretary of the NTA Television College. Applicants are required to possess 5 credits in GCE, SSCE in relevant areas of study, including English and mathematics, in not more than 2 sittings. All completed forms attached with photocopies of credentials must be submitted on or before the 13th of August 2018 to the stations where the forms were obtained. For further inquiries, please contact the Office of the Academic Secretary on these numbers. Announcer, Registrar.
Join us every Friday, 11 p.m. for Eye on the Road, a program from the Federal Roads Maintenance Agency, FEMA.
We'll bring you highlights of policies and programs on road maintenance. You will hear from road users as well as those charged with maintaining the roads.
It's interactive, it's informative, it's educative.
It's Eye on the Road, showing at this time
every Friday, 11 p.m. Don't miss out.
It is with our deepest sorrow that we announce the death of our beloved husband, father, grandfather, brother and friend, Reverend Dr. Musa Ashake, which sad event occurred on Friday, 11th May 2018. Reverend Dr. Musa Ashake was, until his demise, the General Secretary of Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN. He is survived by wife, children, grandchildren, brothers, sisters, and a host of relations and friends. Funeral arrangement, Thursday, 7th June 2018. Wake keep and service of songs at Angwarimi, Zango Kataf Local Government Area, Kaduna State. Time 3 p.m. Friday, 8 June 2018. Interdenominational funeral service. Venue, Kafanchan Township Stadium. Time 10 a.m. Interment follows immediately after service at the Ashake family compound, Angwarimi, Zango Kataf Local Government, Kaduna State. Honorable Jonathan Ashake for the family. John Kennedy Opara, Chairman, Burial Planning Committee, Announcer.
You are watching NTA Nationwide. Jos Teaching Hospital Youth records first successful open and closed heart surgery. This and other reports as we join Ruth in our Jos Network Center. Over to you.
Yeah, good evening and welcome to Jos. The Jos University Teaching Hospital has performed its first open heart surgery. The surgery is in partnership with an international non-governmental organization, Hospitals for Humanity. Zenrat Dingmun reports that 4 children underwent the surgery, 2 for closed heart and the other 2 for open heart.
Doctors on the team said the procedure is more delicate as it is in the field of pediatric cardiology, adding that though it was a challenging moment, all surgeries performed were successful, with the children transitioning in recovery.
Help them recover from the anesthetic agent, help them recover from the surgical procedure.
We do the best we can, using medications, treating the patients, and admitting them if we need to, prior to surgery and even after surgery.
The Chief Medical Director of Jude, Professor Edmond Banward, said it is a historic moment for the hospital as they have long envisioned the achievement of such a daunting procedure and makes it the third hospital in the country to carry out such a procedure.
What we have achieved here is enormous for the patient, for us as a hospital, and also for the healthcare sector in Nigeria.
Parents of some of the children expressed their joy, thanking Jude and its partners for the opportunity given their children to live more happy and comfortable lives.
Overjoyed. A problem disappeared within a second. It is a great miracle for us.
The program is expected to be a continuous one, with many of such children benefiting from the surgery. In Jos, Zenred Dingmun, NTA News.
The Inspector General of Police, Ibrahim Idris, has said the police will continue to create special units to tackle emerging trends in criminal activities across the country. He stated this in the message to the graduation ceremony of the Tactical Leadership Command Course 10, 2018 of the Police Staff College, Jos. Ben Mitu was there.
The Tactical Leadership Command course covered intelligence gathering, community policing, and human rights issues in an attempt to improve the tactical and managerial capacity of the force. The Inspector General of Police, represented by the Commandant of the College, charged participants to imbibe the culture of community policing by building trust and guaranteeing free flow of information in their commands.
The police will sustain the proactive measures employed to fight crimes, to prevent collateral damage and unnecessary bloodletting in some parts of the country.
The commandant of the college, represented by the coordinator of courses at the college, Commissioner of Police Aminu Koji Kwabe, said the police has invested heavily in strengthening the operational framework of the force. As such, participants need to justify their training by curbing the excesses of criminal elements in the society.
Training is meant to broaden your horizon and to equip you with improved skills and knowledge for efficiency and high responsibilities.
Participants attested to the physical and intellectual drills they had. The Tactical Leadership Command Course 10, 2018 had 44 chief superintendents of police drawn from different police commands and divisions across the country. In Jos, Ben Mitu, NTA News.
The Fadama 3 project, Bauchi, has empowered over 22,000 beneficiaries of its various programs. The national coordinator of the project, Tayo Adewumi, stated this during the launching of Fadama Vanguard, another program to assist internally displaced persons under its Cash for Work program. Abbas Meikano reports.
Responding to the urgent needs of families whose lives were devastated by conflict is one of the mandates of the second additional financing of Fadama 3 project. These needs, which include food and livelihoods of the families, are intended to be met through focusing on selected activities that can be implemented quickly and have impact on the families devastated by the conflict. National Project Coordinator Fadama 3, Mr. Tayo Adewumi, representative described the launching of Fadama Vanguard and the Cash for Work program as another way of restoring the livelihood of those families affected by activities of insurgents in the northeastern part of the country. The national coordinator explained that 12,000 beneficiaries have been targeted for the program in the entire region, who will be engaged in sanitation activities, environmental preservation, and participation in rehabilitation of community-led actions like tree planting, soil conservation, among others.
Additional 25 community action plans have been included from the state to implement in this year 2018.
Highlight of the occasion includes presentation of foodstuff with high nutritional value, specially packaged for pregnant women and nursing mothers among the internally displaced persons. In Bauchi, Abbas Mekano, NTA News.
And that's our contribution from Jos. Lydia, it's back to you.
Many thanks. Now to sports. Broadcast stations in Nigeria that will transmit the 2018 FIFA World Cup have been urged to stick to the rules of engagement. This was the thrust of a one-day sensitization meeting between the Broadcasting Organization of Nigeria, BON, and Kwese Sports in Abuja. Clement Oloruntoba has that.
With 7 days to the 2018 FIFA World Cup slated for Russia, media houses in the northern zone of Nigeria that were pre-qualified by the Broadcasting Organization of Nigeria, BON, came together in Abuja for the final brief by Kwese Sports on the World Cup broadcast do's and don'ts.
FIFA finds out that your broadcast is showing up somewhere, we have the right to shut you down immediately.
Any station would play by the rules, and playing by the rules mean that you show evidence that you transmitted the matches. You show evidence that the highlights, the post-mortem, and the preview, which comes as part of the package, are shown on your station.
In his remarks, Director General of the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA, Malam Yakubu Ibn Muhammad, believes the 2018 FIFA World Cup coverage will live up to expectations.
I have no doubts in my mind that with the caliber of people we have at the helm of affairs and piloting this very scheme, I'm sure we are going to dance very well.
Some of the participants promised to abide by the stipulated broadcast guidelines, but want improvement in future partnership.
Everybody who is here is well informed about what not to do and how to go about transmitting the World Cup.
This is unprecedented in broadcasting of World Cup in Nigeria. Before, it used to be restricted to certain subscriber-based television.
Kwese Sport will transmit 32 matches. Clement Oloruntoba, NTA News.
The Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, has condoled the family of late Bade Boole Aboderi, the management of Punch newspaper, and the Newspapers Proprietors Association of Nigeria over the death of the media mogul Aboderi. In a statement signed by the Special Advisor to the Minister of Information and Culture, Segun Adeyemi, the minister described the deceased as an astute administrator, philanthropist, publisher, and sports promoter. Mr. Mohammed noted that the media mogul will be remembered for his developmental strides on the Punch newspaper. The minister prayed for the repose of his soul and urged his family to take solace in the fact that Mr. Aboderi lived a life of service to humanity. Weather forecast. And that concludes Nationwide. We thank you for watching. Have a pleasant evening. Bye for now.